All right, let's talk about something we all see every week, the garbage truck. It shows up, grabs the bins, and just like that, the trash is gone. Seems pretty simple, right? Well, it turns out that behind that simple routine is this huge, surprisingly complex puzzle. And today, we're going to peek behind the curtain at the hidden science of trash collection and see how solving that puzzle saves a ton of money.
And this, right here, is the heart of the story. A 20 to 30% savings on fuel. Now, in pretty much any business on the planet, a number that big is an absolute game changer. That's the kind of efficiency that can make or break a company. So you have to ask, how are they doing it?
And that's exactly the right question to ask. I mean, you'd think a route they run every single week would be perfectly efficient, right? But to really get why the solution is so smart, first, we have to understand the problem. And it's a fascinating mix of challenges you've probably never even thought about.
Yeah, so what we see as just a simple pickup is actually this intense daily operation. It's a high-stakes game where, honestly, every single gallon of gas and every minute spent sitting in traffic has a direct impact on whether that company makes it or not.
Okay, so take a look at this. This chart tells you almost everything you need to know. For most of these waste companies, fuel isn't just one of their costs. It is the single biggest expense they have. We're talking a massive 30 to 40% of everything they spend. That is a huge slice of the pie.
So here's the bottom line. The profit margins in this business are razor thin. This is not some fancy tech startup. So every single gallon of fuel they can save with a smarter route isn't just cutting a cost. It goes straight into their pocket as pure profit. It's all about survival, and to survive, they have to deal with some really unique problems every day.
So let's break down what those problems actually are, because this is what makes the job so much more complicated than, say, just delivering a package for Amazon. First off, there's just the basic physics of it. I mean, you've got these absolutely massive, heavy trucks, and they have to somehow navigate these tight suburban streets, worry about weight limits on little bridges, and make turns that would be tricky in a normal car, let alone a giant truck. It's like trying to fit a whale in a bathtub. Then you have the problem of time. It is all over the place. One stop, a house, might take literally 30 seconds. But the very next stop could be a huge commercial dumpster behind a restaurant that takes 5 minutes or more to empty. How do you possibly predict how long a route is going to take when your stops are that unpredictable? Okay, and this part is one of my favorite details. Garbage trucks and the software that plans their routes are basically programmed to hate left turns. Why? Well, think about it. Every left turn means the truck is sitting in the middle of an intersection, idling, burning fuel, just waiting for a gap in traffic. It's a huge waste of time, and it's actually one of the most dangerous moves for a big vehicle. So by sticking to right turns as much as possible, they keep moving, they stay safer, and they save fuel.
And as if all that wasn't enough to deal with, you just have the chaos of the real world thrown in. You've got homeowners associations that say you can only pick up between 9 and 11 a.m. You get sudden equipment failures, like the arm that lists the bin just breaks. People park their cars right in front of the can, or they throw something in the recycling that contaminates the whole thing. Oh, and of course, random road closures that mess up the whole plan. Any one of those can wreck a route.
So, with all these crazy, constantly changing problems, how on earth could anyone plan the perfect route? Well, the answer is, you don't ask a person to do it, you ask a computer. And this is where the technology becomes the real hero of our story. At its core, route optimization is basically this. It's using really powerful computer programs to figure out the best possible path. But it's not just about what's shortest, it's about what's smartest. It takes into account all those hurdles we just talked about, from the size of the truck to how much it hates those left turns. So that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's check out a case study of a small recycling company that put this tech to the test and see what happened. The results are, well, they're pretty staggering. Just look at this table. Before they optimized, their 8 trucks were averaging 120 miles a day. Afterwards, that number dropped all the way to 85 miles. That's a 29% cut. That alone saved them over $400 a day on fuel. And the bonus? Each driver finished their route an hour earlier. Every single day. So what happens when you add that all up? That $416 a day in fuel savings alone becomes over $100,000 a year. Now, for a small company with just 8 trucks, that kind of money isn't just nice. It's completely transformative. And you know, the benefits don't just stop with the company's bank account. This is about way more than just profit. When you create a smarter route network, it causes this ripple effect of good things for everybody. Just think it through.
The drivers are happier because they're getting home an hour earlier, dealing with way less stress. The customers are happier because suddenly missed pickups are a thing of the past. And all of us benefit from cleaner air because there are fewer trucks driving around in circles, burning less fuel. It's really a win-win-win.
And the process to get there is actually pretty logical. It all starts with getting your data in order. You digitize all your customer info, you map out where everybody lives, you let the software build and test some new routes with a couple of trucks, and then you just track the data and keep making it better and better.
So, I want to leave you with this thought. We've seen how just applying a little bit of data and intelligence can completely transform a system that most of us take for granted. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? If we can perfect the humble garbage route, what other invisible, everyday systems all around us are just waiting for that same kind of revolution?